We are back on the record in matter CV 2026-029802. For the record, counsel are present. Counsel, are you ready to resume?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
We have two individuals in the lobby, Michelle Thompson and someone appearing by a telephone number 520-906-9799.
That second number is Ariana.
Okay.
Michelle Thompson, I'm confused by because I believe she has already appeared and been withdrawn.
Okay.
So I don't know why Michelle is here.
Okay. Well, we will address Ariana, and then if Michelle's still there, we'll find out why she's here. Okay. Good afternoon. I've just admitted someone to this hearing. Can you please identify yourself?
Ariana Barrios.
And can you spell your last name for the record, please?
B as in boy, ERRIOS.
Okay, and could you please raise your right hand, please, to be sworn in?
Yes.
You do solemnly swear the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes.
Okay, if you could speak up a little bit, it would help. Your voice is kind of soft and it's difficult to hear. Mr. Langhofer, did you have questions?
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you. Ms. Barrios, good afternoon. My name's Corey Langhofer. I'm one of the lawyers in this case, and I've got a couple questions for you just about your address. What is your full address?
1391 East Tohey Drive.
In Tucson?
Yes, sir. Sorry. Tucson, Arizona.
Okay, so Tohey Drive is the street on which you live.
Yeah.
And you're registered to vote at that address, correct?
Yes.
And do you have a driver's license?
Yeah.
That's the address that's on your driver's license?
I just switched my address, but my mailing address goes to all to that residence.
Okay. What address is on your driver's license?
8417 East Shasta Drive. Sorry.
Okay. Where do you stay though? You sleep at the Tohey Drive address?
No, I stay at 8417 East Shasta Drive.
But when did that begin?
Maybe like 2 months ago.
I see. So when you registered in this when you registered to circulate petitions for the ESA initiative, you filled out a form with the Secretary of State. Do you remember that?
Yes.
And on the form, you indicated your residential address was just Tohey, Tucson, Arizona, 85706, right?
Yeah.
So you left off the number and the direction and the drive part of the street, correct?
I honestly don't remember. If I did, I probably didn't mean to.
Okay, but your address isn't just Tohey in Tucson, Arizona. It's 1391 East Tohey Drive, right?
Yes.
Okay. Do you ever get mail that's addressed to you at just Tohey, Tucson, Arizona?
Yeah. All my mail goes there.
Right, but I'm saying when people send you mail, they don't just say Tohey, they say 1391 East Tohey Drive, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And on the back of your petition sheets, you wrote your address, right?
Yeah.
And when you wrote the address on the back of your petition sheets, you wrote the full thing, including the 1391 East part, right?
Yeah.
Okay, no more questions on direct, Your Honor.
Cross?
Good afternoon. My name is Jim Barton, and I am another lawyer on the case. How many people live on Tohey Street around you? About
3.
So are there only 3 houses on Tohey Street in Tucson?
Sorry. No, sorry. I thought you meant in the house. I'm sorry. Maybe like Well, it's a neighborhood, so there's like 6 houses on my side, and then 6 houses right across, and then other houses on the sides.
Okay. All right, thank you. No further questions.
No redirect, Your Honor. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Barrios. That is all the testimony we need from you today. And so you're discharged as a witness and you can disconnect from the call.
Thank you.
Your Honor, we would move Exhibit 31 into evidence for Ms. Barrios.
Okay, 31
objection.
is admitted.
And on the break, I went through and compared the exhibits that we've admitted to the exhibits that correspond to the circular still needing ruling. Because as you'll recall, there's a few that we aren't calling. So the ones that I think we still need to admit are 38, and that corresponds to
Danielle Stevens.
you're faster on the draw than I am. Yes, Danielle Stevens. We have a stipulation for her, but the documents are in 38.
Any objection?
No objection.
38 is admitted.
Gregory Lukin is the same situation. He's 48.
Any objection?
No objection.
48 is admitted.
90 is Sean Delaney.
No objection.
Just a second. 90 is admitted.
And 96 is Zane Turner.
No objection.
96 is admitted.
Now, I will say in the interest of keeping this, candor, I think that Zane Turner is probably going to fit into what Your Honor would view as a transpositional issue. The issue with his address is that he wrote, I'm going to get the street wrong, but let's just say he said 123 South Main Street, which doesn't exist. The correct address is 123 East Main Street. So we got the direction wrong. If Your Honor is treating the transpositional issues as immaterial, then I understand that's probably in that category.
And for the record, I'm going to address each of these transpositional issues individually. I mean, in Melody Gibson Riley's case, it was the transposition of the last 2 digits. I mean, if it's a transposition of something more significant, like I can't think of an example right now, I might treat it differently, but I have to see the evidence before I can decide.
Understood. The you'll see in Exhibit 96, there's a Google screenshot of his real residential address, and then his circulator registration form, which has the one he stated. So I don't think there's more to say about that.
Okay.
And then yes, I guess that's all I had on my list.
Pardon.
I don't have anything else for this afternoon.
Okay. I did look at the statutes concerning single felonies. The court finds that Mr. Perkins does not qualify as a circulator under ARS 19-114 or ARS 16-101. I am still working on the Nevada issue. Anything else?
I have something that's been bothering me, and I don't have a real solution. I think it's been bothering all of us here, and that's what do we do about the math if the reports won't be done until too late for us? It is hard to argue the math theoretically. Like, it's really a lot easier once we have the reports and we can say, this signature, this one are duplicative or not. And so I think this is probably what we're going to be focused on in briefing tonight, because the facts have been, more or less exhausted. So that's the big legal issue left. I think that if there's to be an appeal in the case, and I think we both would like that, we probably have to send it up either conceptually or too late for an appeal, right? So I think we won't have all the reports. And so like I said, it's something I'm worried about, but I guess we'll do our best to argue it to you conceptually, and then we'll, we were discussing whether we would physically reconvene tomorrow. It's, I guess if we're gonna have witnesses, we will need to reconvene in person. Okay. Would you, Your Honor, still like us here at 9 in the morning?
Yes.
Here we'll be then. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, the math issue and the missing county recorder's reports is an issue for me, because I'm having a difficult time even trying to conceive how I'm going to write an opinion that is based on facts I don't have. So I welcome any suggestions. So
I mean, I think, Your Honor, what we will propose is what is essentially a formula. And we have almost all the components to the formula now. We have the witnesses who are going to testify. There's some things to rule on still, but you have the facts for those. And so I think we'll have to detail the potential outcomes from the county recorder, but then we'll just have to explain to you our two methods and how they deal with duplication, how each deals with duplication. And then I understand your discomfort. I don't even know if it's proper to rule on a formula without the information, but we at least will provide it so that you'll have the formula of, this is what the committee says the right way to figure out the true number of valid signatures, and this is what the plaintiffs say, and it will be with sufficient detail. It'll just be a matter of putting in the county's numbers, right. I think.
Well, and yeah, I guess when I learned math, you put the numbers in to test the formula to see if it worked. And I don't have that ability.
That's
and then my second concern is, give the Supreme Court a formula, are they just going to then turn it back to me and say, here are your numbers, apply your formula, and by the way, it has to all be done by the 20th?
I wouldn't speak for what the Supreme Court will do. I have no idea.
My guess is it's coming back to apply the formula. They're not going to do it. So, which creates another time crunch for all of us. So.
Yeah, I'm afraid you're right about all of that. So it would probably go up as a 54B judgment, then reserving the implementation, the final math. I suppose maybe there's a more elegant way of doing that. I do think so. On the other hand of my sort of hand wringing mentally about this, we do have a pretty good idea of what's going to be in these reports, right? There's going to be an overall percentage. Then every county will give you an itemization of the signatures that they excluded and why. In fact, maybe I should look at seeing whether those are all in the record, because it may matter, although we all know what they are, or the parties at least know what they are. And so they'll say, of the signatures being invalidated, perhaps 80% are invalid because the persons aren't registered to vote. They'll give the specific lines though. Then they'll say, and then these 15% are invalid because they have a wrong date, and these 5% are because they're duplicates. So the problem, we don't know exactly what those numbers and percentages are going to be, but we do know that there will be subparts of the invalid signatures that we're worried about double counting in. So I suppose that's the way we brief it and argue it for Your Honor tomorrow.
Give me a second. I was trying to open this so I can show you what we got from the counties. I don't remember percentages. The ones I looked at this morning.